GSL CodeS Finals. All right, in the bottom left, he's one win away from being the champion of the final GSL CodeS this year.
NSHoSeo jjakjiT.
Meanwhile, sharing the bottom part of the map, over here in the bottom right, champion of MLG, Providence, Rhode Island.
FXO Leenock.
Starman with his magic L. All right. Well, right off the bat, Leenock with the Overlord, it's not going to be in a convenient location that he's going into because he predicted his opponent be in the upper right.
That is an inconvenient truth, Basis.
It is.
Forget Al Gore. It's all about LeenockZ Overlord.
That's right.
jjakjiT going to go for Command Center first. Not at all surprised by this.
Not at all risky.
You can't really six-spool here. The map's too big. It'd be such a risky move. You're not going to even know where they are as your Zerglings are finishing. Leenock taking the front base first, which is totally fine. It's up to him.
Also very safe.
He's
as you said before, I feel like eventually Terrans are going to start making barracks in the middle of the map here.
Eventually we'll have some sick meta stuff going on because everyone goes for such quick expands here. I think especially in TVP we're going to start seeing proxies in the middle. But TVZ, a little bit harder. Proxies in the middle on any map. Zerg has the potential to hold with the proper decision making in micro.
Yep.
So, you know, especially on a map longer, it's going to be a bit harder to actually finish them off like that. Unless they get really, really greedy. Leenock, though, is playing a completely non-greedy game right now. He's actually getting his gas quicker than I thought he might. But it looks like he wants to probably get that speed out right away. Really gain some map presence, figure out what's going on. This is, of course, the one map he's probably expecting that there won't be Reactor Hellions to open with.
Now, we'll see how good jjakjiT is at the Command Center first builds. He's clearly his forte is Hellion build. And it looks like he actually might just go for... okay, so he just has
Reactor Hellion.
And then Reactor Hellion anyways.
Yep.
So we'll have that Reactor up there in a second. In a jiffy.
Yeah, little jiff there. We do have a couple lings out on the map, searching for him. SCV's searching as well. The Overlord's already found one base he's not in. The other Overlord's about to find which base he is in. This is like... I'm like finding it hard to breathe, man. I'm so excited.
Well, I just can't believe we're having finals since this good. I mean, what a great way to sort of end this year.
Yeah, to finally get a great GSL final, something that we have been lacking. Perhaps the greatest tournament in esports, but the finals always seem a little bit lacking, you know?
All right, so we have more barracks coming up here. Do you think there's a chance of a timing?
A timing from jjakjiT?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I could so see him just doing that, be like, well, guys, I don't know, it works.
It's definitely a possibility. I mean, he's already going up to 3 barracks, but that's not necessarily weird. It would be weird if he hadn't already made the command center, but he already has. So he actually can go up to those, and I think with 100% certainty we'll see at least a pressure.
I think that Terran in the late game here has a problem against Zerg. It is too hard to stop Zerg from getting expansions. And well, actually, not even that, it's too hard for Terran to keep an expansion while pushing. This map is massive.
Yeah, think of it as a cross between Terminus Re and Tal'Darim Altar. It's more closed in like Terminus and more huge like Terminus. And I guess that actually
that's it.
I forget how I was gonna... I had a great way to explain this when I went into it, and it left me.
No, I've had that happen to me before as well.
But anyways, it will be hard to get around the map and actually kill off bases. Oh, you know what it is? Drops are easier on Terminus because there's more area. This is what I was trying to get at. Drops are easier on Terminus, whereas drops are harder to pull off on Tal'Darim because the whole map is actually used instead of... You know how Terminus, there's all this black space?
Terminus is like...
It's harder to have mutas in those areas.
Ninja Star.
Yeah, this is an easier map to have mutas on in those locations. Those locations are more relevant. There's no dead space for them to fly through.
You know what he?
So that's what I was trying to do.
He's going to do a timing again, man.
Is he? I just looked for my mouse to check, and
I saw you.
I'm at the finals.
We
I'm like,
don't get a
I can't-
preview computer here.
I can't go back and look. All right, so it looks like a macro hatch on the way. Trying to stop him from scouting. Stim on the way.
Hashtag GSL.
Hashtag GSL.
Hashtag GSL. Now we have Starport's going to obviously be parked over by the reactor. So
Yeah, he's going to go for a. Remember that game where he went for this is actually very similar to his Daybreak build. Very similar.
Yeah.
Of course, he went Command Center first this time, so it's going to be a bit better. But he's getting the quick stim. He's getting the quick reactor medevacs. So we're definitely going to see some pretty quick pressure from him.
I think it might work this time, Artosis,
Yeah.
because honestly, last time Leenock was. I think Leenock's going to be a little bit more drone crazy.
Yeah, he might be. And I do want to point out that jjakjiT is immediately getting a command center and a factory with a tech lab. So he's going to go straight into a transition out of this. He's not going to go all-in-ish with it at all. It's going to transition beautifully because he's going to have siege tanks with siege mode, some of them perhaps on the high ground, defending that easy-to-take third base. So all he has to do is get in there, do a little bit of damage, force some extra units, that type of thing to Leenock, and the game will be fine. In fact, good timing on the E-Bays as well, quicker than on Daybreak. So it's like a better version of his Daybreak build because of the command center first.
Now would be a good time to check out thehandsomnerd.com. I'm sure I've crashed the site, as we always do whenever we say that, but make a little note and check it out later when the entire world is out trying to check it out. And get some esports shirts, and oh my god, 3 Hellions go down. And actually, this timing might be completely screwed up now. You need those Hellions, otherwise links are just too strong.
Hellions, sure as hell, are useful here.
Sure as Hellions are useful. All right.
Well, here we go, just stimming right into there. The medevac's a bit behind. But you know what, jjakjiT, you got to be careful, man, because those Banes are about to finish, and with 2 Spines and Banes and that many Lings and only 2 Hellions left.
Uh-oh!
Yeah. Okay. So that is pretty much done. He's going to try to do a little bit more. But yeah, losing those
nice
Hellions.
fake there.
Yeah, that was a nice fake. But losing those Hellions, as you said, Tasteless, really kind of destroying what this was supposed to do. If he had the Hellions, this would look completely different, but he does not.
Oh my god!
Nice targeting, taking out some Banes, but basically the harassment is over. He did not do the damage that he wanted, and the Spire is going to finish up, which is insane because he's already got the 3 bases up, so he's going to have insane amounts of gas. Baneling speed, Burrow on the way. I love the position of Leenock. The position of jjakjiT, not that bad. Not as bad as on Daybreak, but Leenock's position better than what it was on Daybreak.
Yeah. Now we got more Marines and siege tanks moving out now. And this is, I don't know if you can do this, man. I don't think you can keep pushing like this. You know?
This push is ill-fated. Baneling's speed is going to finish. But
I think right now jjakjiT's already made some mistakes early on, and now he's like, I just need to kill him.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Baneling's speed not done yet. Going to be a very useful moment for him. He kills off the creep tumors. Ling's coming back, and beautiful siege tank. Trying to take out the Spines. The Spines really being annoying.
Oh! Target fired the Banelings. He saw their hold position.
And look at that. Gets back in time to stop the mutas. Beautiful play, but that's a lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings. They start rolling.
Oh my god.
Down everything does go.
Second.
Both them losing a ton there. Leenock up in supply a bit. About 20, in fact, up in supply after he kills off the siege tank. So definitely I would say Leenock has the lead here, but that attack was not complete trash. He did not get completely owned with it. He definitely did an okay-ish amount of damage. It's just Leenock did further his lead a little bit through that attack as well.
Yeah. Well, lucky for Leenock, he actually held that. When I saw him dart in there and snipe the 3 Banelings and then go back and stop the mutas, I was like, no, is this how it's going to end right now?
Pretty crazy, man. But Leenock fans, do not worry. He's got a ton of minerals banked already, 2K minerals. He is going to start expanding all over the map while Mutalist harassing, and that's going to be very hard for jjakjiT to pull out of. He is getting some Thors, he's making missile turrets, he's getting his upgrades going. He's preparing for the long game, knowing that there's no timing to kill Leenock on now. But again, that's going to allow Leenock to easily take 2 bases right now. And if he doesn't take 2 bases right now, I'll be immensely confused.
I love how he's always having Banelings in pairs for the Baneling landmines.
Yep.
It's just like the optimal without spending too much.